Welcome to Daily News and AI Agents. I'm Alex.
And I'm Jordan. It's June 21st, 2025, and we've got a packed show for you today.
We certainly do. We're going to be talking about a major clash between generative AI and Hollywood, the race to build superintelligence, and what happens when Silicon Valley's top minds join the military.
It sounds like the plot of a sci fi movie, but it's just the top headlines today. Let's get into it.
Let's start with a story that has everyone talking. Just a week after being hit with a massive copyright lawsuit from giants like Disney and Universal, the AI image generator Midjourney has made a very bold move.
Bold is one word for it, Alex. I saw the headline Wally with a gun. Midjourney's new video tool, V1, is apparently letting users create video clips of famous characters. We're talking Deadpool, Shrek, you name it.
Exactly. The timing is just incredible. They are facing a landmark lawsuit over intellectual property, and their response is to double down and release a tool that makes it even easier to animate those very same properties.
It feels like the classic Silicon Valley playbook of move fast and break things. But the things being broken here are some of the most valuable copyrights on the planet. What's the strategy? Are they trying to prove a point, or just daring the legal system to stop them?
That's the multi-billion-dollar question. It highlights this fundamental tension in the AI space. Technological capability is sprinting forward, while the legal and ethical frameworks are still learning to crawl. They're basically forcing the issue into the open.
A very public, very risky negotiation tactic, then. It's a fascinating, if chaotic, example of AI's disruptive power.
Speaking of disruption on a massive scale, let's pivot to the ambitions of big tech. That brings us to our next major topic here on Daily News in AI Agents, the quest for superintelligence.
Right? I saw Meta just made a huge investment in Scale AI and announced they're building a dedicated superintelligence research lab. But Alex, let's be honest, that term gets thrown around a lot. What are we actually talking about when we say superintelligence?
That's the key question the reporting is asking. Broadly, it refers to a hypothetical AI that would possess intelligence far surpassing that of the brightest human minds in virtually every field. We're not talking about an AI that's just good at chess or writing emails, but one that could outperform a scientist, an artist, and a CEO combined.
So, this is the endgame for companies like Meta. It's not just about better social media algorithms, it's a race to build the next form of intelligence itself.
Precisely. And that ambition is now intersecting with another major institution, the U.S. government. A new report reveals that top executives from Meta, OpenAI, and Palantir are joining a special detachment for the U.S. Armed Forces.
I read that Meta's chief technology officer, Andrew Bosworth, is on that list. The stated goal is to help make the US military leaner, smarter, and more lethal. That phrase is incredibly potent.
This isn't just a consulting gig. It signals a deep, structural integration of Silicon Valley's AI leadership into the core of national defense strategy. We're moving from AI as a commercial tool to AI as a fundamental instrument of state power.
And that raises a whole host of ethical questions. When the minds building superintelligence are the same ones advising on lethal military force, the stakes become astronomically high. It underscores the need for oversight.
That's a great point, and it's a perfect transition. Because while these grand plans are unfolding, the rest of the world is figuring out how to actually manage and implement AI in a practical, trustworthy way. Let's look at what's happening outside of Silicon Valley.
You mean the quiet AI revolution in Europe?
That's the one. A Bloomberg report highlights that Europe is carving out its own path, with billion-dollar startups and a real push for tech sovereignty to avoid being totally dependent on the US and China.
That makes sense. They're trying to build their own ecosystem, likely with a stronger emphasis on regulation and ethics from the ground up.
Exactly. And at the enterprise level, the focus is all about moving from experimentation to real-world results. For instance, Rackspace and Sema4.ai just launched what they're calling the industry's first scalable AI agent for enterprise.
So, this is about helping big companies actually use AI for more than just a pilot project. It's about full scale transformation.
That's right, it's about ROI. And speaking of which, another company, C5i, launched an AI impact model to help companies predict the return on their AI investments. It's even being used in programs at the Kellogg School of Management.
That's crucial. For AI to be sustainable in business, you have to be able to measure its value. It's not just about the wow factor anymore. And for it to be used in government, it has to be trustworthy.
You read my mind. Fiddler AI and Karasoft just partnered to bring AI observability to the public sector. That means giving government agencies the tools to monitor, explain, and secure their AI systems. This ties directly back to those concerns we had about AI in the military.
It really does. It's the less glamorous but absolutely essential side of the AI story. You can't have superintelligence without observability. All of this, of course, runs on immense computing power.
Absolutely. And we're seeing the infrastructure providers jockeying for position. Oracle just announced that a slew of AI innovators are choosing its cloud for training, and Juniper Networks is winning awards in Tokyo for its next-generation hardware. It all forms the foundation for everything we've talked about today.
From a gun-toting Wally to the backbone of the cloud, it really covers the full spectrum of the AI world.
It certainly does. We've seen the wild, creative frontier clashing with law, the immense strategic ambition of building new intelligence, and the practical realities of putting these agents to work in business and government. The pace of change is just relentless.
It never stops, and it shows that the conversations around AI are maturing from what if to what now.
Well said, that's all the time we have for today. Thanks for tuning in to Daily News in AI Agents.
We'll be back next time with the latest. Thanks for listening.